Hey everybody, what's up and welcome into the Good Buddies Anime Show. I am your good buddy Roger.
And I am your good buddy Brandon.
And we did it. We're back in the studio for a little bit. We are going to do not a traditional review. We said last time that we're going to look for some shows and maybe do a couple of is this worth watching, kind of like what we did for Digimon and Kakushigoto.
Yeah, man.
And this week we're doing one that I personally thought was pretty fun. We did The God of High School.
The God of High School. Crunchyroll exclusive?
Yeah, it's a Crunchyroll original. I believe it's based off of one of the Korean books, Korean comics or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
One of the Korean mangas.
Pretty interesting, and of course we're not going to be doing a full review, so we're not going to go over all the stuff here.
This is a show that is still currently airing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
up to episode 5 now, which both of us are up to 5,
yep.
Yes? Okay. So we both seen all of it, and you know what, Roger? What'd you think?
I actually quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think there's no shocker there that I was going to enjoy this one because I love tournament style anime, and boy, is this freaking a tournament pretty much from the get-go.
Yeah, it tells you, hey, we're trying to find who's going to be the God of High School. This is the I believe it's the Seoul finals or whatever. It's like the Seoul tournament.
It's a school in Seoul.
Seoul,
Korea.
Yeah, and then
North or south? It's South Korea. Yeah, not north.
South Korea.
Hey man, I'm not a geographer.
Roger. South Korea.
I don't have a map.
Listen,
on me.
I'll be the first to admit I'll know jack shit about geography. Every time me and Haley play the damn what's the game where you get the little Trivial Pursuit?
Okay.
Every time we play that shit on the Switch, I get my ass kicked on geography and history. I'm bad at both, but I know Seoul, South Korea.
Okay, well I know it's Korea.
Okay.
And
it's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I felt like it was South, dude. I was close.
That's where BTS is from, bro.
I don't know what a BTS is.
I don't actually know if that's where they're from. I think it is. Anyway.
I have no idea what
that's what the S in BTS is, right?
I don't know.
I gotta Google that now. I'm pretty sure it's like the something Soul Boy. Anyway, now I'm just embarrassing myself. Listen, this has nothing to do with BTS or any other K-pop band. This is a show about a tournament. This part of it, the first 5 episodes anyway, focus on the tournament happening in Seoul. And then presumably is going to go to like the world finals or something.
Correct.
Yes. And boy, oh boy, I got to talk first and foremost about our main guy. And his stupid design.
Okay, here goes Brandon.
He looks like if Ty from Digimon just took a real long nap and had some little stars in his eyes. He's a jukebox hero with stars in his eyes. I hate him.
He's very tall. Compared to Tide. They're like 17, around 17.
Yeah, they're in high school. But he's got this brown spiky hair. He's got what would be Ty's goggles, but it's not Ty's goggles. It's a green, like, sleep mask he wears all the time because he's a sleepy boy. And listen, as a fellow sleepy boy, I get it. Your design sucks, though. And his eyes, he doesn't have pupils. He has these 4-pointed stars that are crosses in his eyes. He looks dumb. Rebuttal.
Okay. I don't think he looks dumb.
I think he looks dumb.
It did take a little bit of getting used to with the star eye prints or whatever. I was like, is this something that's gonna change when he fights or anything like that? Is he gonna get pupils? Is this gonna be one of the shifting features or something? Like often you see that in tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Notably like Dragon Ball Z, when they go from Saiyan to Super Saiyan, their eyes change.
Mm-hmm.
There is a difference. And I thought maybe, but no, he just keeps the stars in his eyes the whole time. And it did take a little bit of adjusting. His design is very 90s. It's very late 90s, and I like it.
Yeah.
He's got spiky hair. He's got the headwear. He's got baggy shorts, baggy shirt.
Yeah, he wears a t-shirt and these baggy, like, jean pants with a jacket or hoodie or something tied around the waist. Like he just got off of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
I'm like, what in the fuck, dude?
He's very, like, inspired towards almost like Goku-esque.
Sure.
He's kind of like lighthearted and goofy. He's just there to fight and have a good time, and he he is generally a kind person.
Yeah, he's a nice enough dude. The first episode, you see him like he's late for this thing, trying to get to this tournament, and he takes off away from the tournament to get an old lady's purse that just got jacked.
Yeah,
because he's such a good boy. He also is like he's a good boy to a fault, I guess. He's a little bit goofy, doesn't seem to take anything all that particularly serious until like it really affects his life or his friends he makes.
Yeah.
And he loves him some nanners.
He does love bananas.
He's a little monkey man.
And that scene where they're going for the purse or whatever, he's going for the purse, is quite funny. The show does have, aside from being a really like high energy, high octane tournament anime, it does have some good comic relief in there too.
The humor does pop. It's decent.
It's funny, and you know the characters, I think they all meld really well. They're not breaking any barriers.
Yeah,
they are exactly what they are to produce a hype anime.
Sure,
they do what they can to make you feel for these characters, to make you resonate with them, even if it is kind of pulling off of other characters from the same genre or whatever.
Maybe.
You know, you got your Yusuke, your Meshis, your Gokus, of course.
Let's just compare it to all the other fighting animes.
Yeah, tournament animes, man.
Sure, man. Let's talk about the other characters then, why don't we? Since they are also introduced, trying to get that purse back. Yep. We got, I believe it's you.
It is Mira.
Mira. She is the lady who enters the tournament. She got orange hair. She got glasses. She got her schoolgirl uniform, and she fight with a sword.
Yeah,
pretty fun.
Yeah. She's pretty sweet. She's hot tempered towards Mori, and she very much loves her some men with muscles.
Well, the men with muscles really love her, but yes, she does love her some muscles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that bit at the beginning. She's like really gaga over like, man, your trapezius muscles are really popping, my dude. That she just runs into a bunch of muscle dudes, and they're all like, oh yeah, and then immediately flex out of their fucking gis because they're so ripped. Yeah, they're like, yeah, is this doing it for you, babe?
It's amazing.
It's real goofy. So you come to find out more about her, obviously. Yeah. But suffice to say, the big points are she is a very serious combatant. You're gonna see her do some fights, and she is no slouch. She whip a little ass, and she eat a little cheeseburger. And she also is specifically I believe it's the Silver Moon sword technique. Yeah, something like that. That she is more or less the last practitioner of. I believe it was her father who was like the last dude to like really know how to really work it, and he taught it to her.
The Moonlight Sword.
Moonlight Sword. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And she's like trying to get like some recognition for it, because like no one really knows about this shit, and you see her do it and she whips ass doing it.
Yeah.
And also like she's mostly just trying to keep it alive. That was like, you know, her dad's dying wish and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. We also haven't said the whole point of this tournament is apparently whoever wins gets one single wish, and obviously her wish would have something to do with that. Let's go to our last dude.
Yeah, Dewi.
Dewi.
Yeah, Dewi. Dewi. Hold on.
Dewi.
Yeah, Dewi. Dewi. It's Dewi.
Dewi.
It is a. I'm not used to the like Korean names yet and pronouncing them. I'm barely good at the Japanese ones.
I don't think you barely pronounced Korean just now.
Korean,
I believe you
Korean.
Said. Jesus, Roger.
Yeah, well, I'm from Texas, dude. I'm from freaking Texas.
Hell yeah, we out here whopper plopping.
Yeah, but we got a Han Dewi,
Mr. Dewi.
I don't know.
He's a cool guy. That's all you need to know.
He is. He's got that mob face.
He's got them little pupils.
He's got that Saitama face.
Yeah, he's real serious. He also whip a little. He does kind of look like Saitama when he had hair. Now that you mention it, he does whip a little ass. Very serious. This guy practices karate. We didn't even say our first guy, Miru, was it?
Yeah.
He practices taekwondo. Apparently, his own
Mori.
Like a different form of taekwondo or something.
Yeah.
But Mr. Dewi, Han.
Yeah. Han.
Let's just say Han.
Han's
Han's out
German,
here,
right?
Han's out here doing like straight up karate and shit, and he does some pretty interesting. He's got like secret techniques and whatnot, and he whip a little ass. He's very serious. You come to find out later exactly why he's so serious and exactly what he's like trying to use the wish for should he win this tournament. But suffice to say, he's got his own stuff. He's a real serious dude. I love him. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah.
So these three end up forming our core like group, at least through these first 5 episodes, presumably from here on as well. And you're gonna get to know them pretty well. I will say I think the show does a really good job of like establishing this group and their dynamics. Like it's mostly like here's a bit of this one, here's a bit of that one. Notably, I mean obviously like our main guy, say the name again.
Maury.
Maury is gonna end up being like the main guy of the show. And I don't think they've actually said like what he would be using his wish for yet.
Yeah.
He's kind of an enigma. He seems to just really like fighting. He specifically like makes friends with these two. You know, he knows he's going to face off against one of them in the finals. And when he finds out like, it's only going to be one of them, not both. He's like, hey, both of y'all better win. Well, they can't.
Yeah, he's kind of an idiot.
He just really wants to fight strong people. Yeah. He really just wants to fight.
He really reminds me of
He's
Goku.
just a Goku. Good old Goku.
Yeah.
But with a really, really stupid design. Anyway, that's our core group, and you're also going to get a lot of other fighters, and I love just the real rogues gallery of randos you get in here. You got the dark-skinned dude with the dreads, and he doesn't fight with his hands because you're not worthy of me using my hands.
You're not worthy of catching these hands, baby.
You got Tai Chi boy who's super serious, all about calm. Must remain calm. You got Wrestle Girl out here doing suplexes and stunners,
taking people to suplex fucking
straight up Hurricane Rana and
her motivation, it does give her wish. It's amazing.
Yes, you find out what her motivation is for her wish, and it's pretty incredible. I mean, we can just say it. She wants an all-male harem.
Yeah.
She wants strong men. She wants kind men. She wants good men. She wants bad men, but she wants all the men, all the best men,
every man.
Oh god, I love her. You got Book Boy, who's got Book Bat Boy, who like has a baseball bat and is always reading this book or whatever.
He's studying the moves.
The thing is, he's so smart. He's like Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes. He's so smart he can kick your ass. Like that's his whole character.
Yeah.
And like it's pretty great the characters you get. I'll just say it now. They don't stick around that long. It's a tournament. They gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
Let's be real. But you do get a bunch of really cool characters.
Yeah.
And so far, it's pretty rad. I'm really hoping we get more wild characters like that. But yeah, they were just super fun. Do you want to talk about the art style?
Yeah, sure. It is fluid as hell.
Yeah. Very dynamic.
I know that our characters, the way we describe them, and especially our rambling in that section, probably isn't going to draw you too much into this anime. But if you were to watch it, if there was one selling point that I could get this across to you, is that these fight scenes are freaking amazing.
The fight scenes are quite good.
They are really good, like top notch. And it's not like, where in other tournament anime, especially Dragon Ball Z, you get a whole lot of talking in the middle of the fight.
No, this one...
You get a whole lot of supposition and stuff like that.
Yeah, this one is blazing through, baby.
Yeah, you are getting a freaking fight, and they are awesome, man. The moves and stuff look powerful, and at points, it's hard to tell, Early on in the show, it gives a really good illusion. Like you said, that... main characters are going to make it to the top or whatever.
Main characters going to be
main
we know
character. That our characters are going to beat people, but there are other matches and stuff in there.
Mains is going to main.
Yeah, there are other matches and stuff you get in there with these really awesome fights that are not of the main characters, and it really works you as to who is going to win. You can see it either way, and I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
And the way they're doing the fights, like one fight in particular, like these are not characters that are our main characters. but they put it like this character can win, but this character also can win.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And the way they just do the fight really works into the story.
Yeah, I will also say that, like, art style wise, Roger famously hates the blister look.
Yeah.
Like when someone's got like red spots on.
Hang on,
when they got like, you're watching a show and like, oh, there's these girls and they got their skirts on and they got like weird red knees for some reason. This one's got red elbows. Whatever. It's like these weird little red, like, shiny spots. And Roger famously doesn't like that. This is different, he says. I think it is similar.
This one it's like more blush.
Everybody's got red noses. The one wrestle girl, she's got red shoulders, red elbows, head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah.
It's red all the way down.
The red things that I'm talking about, like Gamers is the anime that I go back to. It did it a whole lot in that one. But, you know, you'll see it a lot in fan service style anime or whatever, hentai. You'll find it there.
And we just going there, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't know anything about that, sir.
I mean, if you're looking for a quick way to figure it out, I don't know anything about it. If you're looking for a quick way to find out what I'm talking, it's like you'll find it in joints or on the boobs, and it'll be like these big red marks with white in the middle, and it's supposed to be like a shine.
It looks like they're shiny.
Like
it's to show you that this part of the body is soft and shiny.
Yep.
It's soft and smooth and shiny.
But it often looks like a blister.
Well, that's
but this is more of like the red features are more like a blush or whatever. There's no white spot in the middle of them.
I mean, it's the same shit, but okay, that's fine.
There's a whole color missing, sir.
I'm just saying everybody out
There's
here.
There's a whole feature of it
I'm just
missing.
saying everybody in this show has a red nose. This is a show full of Rudolphs.
Consistency, baby.
Every one of them is out here getting drunk every night, bursting all their little blood vessels.
I don't know what the temperature is like in South Korea. Could be cold, man. And when it gets cold, your nose gets red. There we go. Right. I solved it already.
Anyway.
But that stuff can always, even the character designs, if you don't like the main character designs, I think there are cool character designs in here.
Yeah.
But don't let that slow you. Let these fights really do the work for you.
Yeah. I will also say the sound design is decent. Like,
oh, yeah, it's cool.
The intro and outro are fine, whatever. The sounds during the fights really rock. I was actually watching, like, the last episode, the episode 5, like, in my car, like, after work. And then part of it over here at your place, and just having it going through the car speakers like a little bit of surround sound, it freaking was rocking in these fight scenes. The punches and kicks are like real meaty and good. It's decent stuff. Also, I really love how they don't do it often, but every now and then they will mix up the art style, particularly in some of these fight scenes. There was one that I was
that's what I'm really
watching.
saying is check it out, if anything, for these fights.
Yeah.
And a meaty part, a good chunk of the episode is going to be dedicated to a fight.
Yeah, there was bits in there that looked like the straight up Street Fighter, like, is it 5, where they got like the cutscene where like it's all black and white with like the ink going. Like, it looked rad. Looked really cool.
No, wait, that's 4.
It is 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4.
Okay. I was thinking 4, but yeah. Look, I don't have video games.
5 has the V trigger.
We out here V triggering.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, man, it's rad, cool art style. Love me a V trigger. This fucking guy. But yeah, you got anything else to say about it, really?
No, I think ultimately the whole point of this is, you know, would we without having our total score or whatever, is this worth watching?
Yeah.
I think yeah, it's definitely, especially right now, we have 10 animes this whole season.
There's some
10
stuff
whole
out there.
animes.
I mean, look, I'm trying to watch all of it and I'm not having a great time.
Yeah.
So this one's decent. I
had a whole lot of fun. I was excited every night that I went to go do a couple episodes of it. I was super excited because I thought it was great.
It's fine. I will say it's definitely one that I would probably, like, if I saw this when I was, you know, in late middle school, in high school or something, I would be all over it.
Well,
right now,
I was
I'm like,
curious
it's
how
fine.
you would feel about it, because I thought that you didn't care for tournament animes as much as I, you know.
Well, I would say it's not that I don't care for tournament anime. I'm fine with tournament animes. It's just, like, famously, I stopped watching Yu Yu Hakusho, like, during one of the big tournaments. Like, that I think might be where you're getting some of that from.
If it's a dark tournament, dude, it's a sin.
I don't know why I just fell off of that show, but I did. But it doesn't mean I don't like tournament animes. It's fine. It's just I usually, like I said, this would be one I would be more into, like, when I was in middle school, high school, when I was, like, way more about, like, cool action scenes and stuff. The action scenes are still great. The animation is fluid. It's all very good. It's just, my tastes have wandered. I will say I was kind of like stressing that they might like over how they were going to handle some of like particularly the female characters in this one. There's like a whole thing where you get like a little story arc with our main female character in this one that felt pretty kind of gross at first. I think it got better, but still kind of weird.
Yeah, it was kind of gross, but I mean, it didn't make sense.
When I say gross, I don't mean like she's getting abused or anything.
Right,
that would be terrible. No, if that was the case, I wouldn't be talking about the show. I'd say it could go fuck itself. But it's fine to an extent. It basically just ends up being like, there's not really a way to talk about it without spoiling it, but like it's a convenience thing. It's she's being used. And vice versa.
Yeah.
So it ends up being a whole thing. The thing is, like, whenever you have something that's like that and then someone steps in and says, no, you gotta, don't do this, do what you want to do. It's like, I think she is doing what she wants to do, but okay, you made your point. Point is, like, stuff gets weird.
Often I think what that was kind of leaning into, too, is that in anime, especially in older anime, when something like that happens, and this is probably in more than anime, just shows in general, it's that the one character is being used, but they don't see that they're being used.
Sure.
This has a whole nother layer added on.
And there's also, we haven't even touched on like the shadowy organization, the dude who like apparently can summon straight up JoJo stands. Like, I don't even know what that is.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is another good one to put in here.
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter, or as I call it, Hunter x Hunter.
That's not what it's called, but okay.
Another good callback. So if you're fans of any of that stuff, this is worth checking out.
I would say give it at least a couple episodes.
I would
give
say
it a couple
give it
episodes,
3.
see how you feel. Yeah. We always want to recommend rule of 3. So yeah, I will say both of us went to episode 5, so clearly it's working for us. But check it out. It's far from the worst thing this season. Yeah. More on that later, maybe.
Yeah, I've been quite enjoying it. It's probably, I haven't watched everything from the season, but I know a bit about the things that I will be watching or whatever, and I think this probably will still come out as my favorite of the bunch. Yeah. But yeah, I would say that it is definitely worth checking out. Episodes, normal length, opening, ending, good. But the fights are really what sells this, and you're not gonna find, like this has fights that rival Demon Slayer, or maybe go above it in some scenes.
Ooh, this guy.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff they do with it. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yep. But next week we're gonna come back and do something similar. Brandon's gonna talk about one. I'm gonna talk about one. Yeah. And I don't know which ones that'll be, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll talk together, and we'll get it set up, and we'll have another little talk. Oh, I'm yawning, sleepy boy.
He's always a little sleepy baby.
Yeah, man.
Long day. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We'll hit a quick ramble and then bail on out of here. So thank you so much for listening and checking us out. We will have the full plugs at the end of the ramble, of course, but for right now, we want to say if you're checking us out on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for checking us out. Click that bell so we can ding your dong. Yeah. Leave us a comment, leave us some questions. We love getting questions. And of course, a quick shout out to our good buddy Haas, aka Dungeon Witch, who you're about to hear if you're watching the YouTube. If you're not watching the YouTube, check out Haas, aka Thomas Tastes Better on Instagram, and Dungeon Witch on YouTube.
Yeah. Also, if you're listening to this on not YouTube, on any of our podcast platforms, hopefully before this is up, the last episode we did will be up. Yeah. Brandon reminded me that it wasn't up, and then whenever I went to go put it up, the podcast site was down, so I couldn't put it down. Yeah. Or put it up.
I was actually. It's been like at this point a couple weeks late. Yeah. And I noticed it like the first day, and I was like, I don't want to bug him.
You should have, dude, because it was my intention to get up that morning and put it up.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Point is, we're gonna hit a little ramble. Thank you so much for listening, and love you.
Love you.